Well, this is Baruch Fleischman here at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel. And we're trying this song here as a little intro to our Zohar from the week, which is Parsha's Beshalach. Bring the sound down a little bit. So we're just trying this. This is a new idea, and we're trying to get some music in here, and it's not so easy for me. So here's the Zohar. We've been talking about Shunamit, the great woman who took in Elisha. And we're over here and trying to understand just a little bit as the Zohar is moving along. And let's try to pick it up and hear what we got to say. So the Zohar here on page Tov Pei Hey says like this. We'll start at the top. This is what we heard yesterday. Of the Shapika Amrat. So they're talking about how did she know that Elisha was such a great man. Avahini no yudati, but I did know, she said. Hina yudal v'lo achra, I know, but not anyone else. Why? Begin dihi misaknas arse, because she made his bed. V'shanta d'shchiv b'layla, the time that he lay down at night. V'shanta the kohen b'tzafran, when he got up in the morning. V'hai the ka'amracha d'shu shifach he varach zerikas lecha ba'arse. So he had a white sheet that she spread over his bed. Hachi chaba, so they said it was true. She did do that. V'vo yodo, and from this you know, the arka the alma, kevin the kohen barnash ba'arse. Salak shufifach it's a shoshifach of the noim be recha menuvolo. So he says the normal thing is for a man, ma'arse, when he gets up from his bed, salak shushifach the noim. So there is a the noim be recha menuvolo, that the sheets actually have a bad smell to them, the smell of his body. B'hai b'shad the salkas haku shu shifach the ma'arse. So now when she's taking up the sheet from the bed, have a salik reichim perichim karechim begins to the Aden. That would come out instead like scents that came from the aroma of the Garden of Eden. Amri loved the Kedusha, who, so if it wasn't for the fact that this man is Kadosh, a Kedusha de Mariale, and he has the Kedusha of his master on him, in other words, Hashem Yisbarach, Lo Salik Reicha Kedusha Hochi, so this would never come out. This beautiful, beautiful aroma for the Garden of Eden. Now this is the Zohar that we're learning now, and it says, beginning kacha, for this reason, Boil is Parsha min Besa, she needed to make some kind of separation for him from the house. Lola is the har barnash called kach bebesa, that a person shouldn't be worried about what's going on in the house. Val amad na'azana aliyas kir katana. Let's make for this man an attic wall, a wall in an attic, to be able to have a private place. The nasim lo, and this is what we'll do for him. We'll nasim bosham mita. We'll bring him a bed, a shulchan, the kisa menorah, and he also will bring a chair and a candelabra. Arba ilan lama. So what do we need these four things for? Because these are the dikunim that allow for the flow of the light of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu to come to Knesset Yisrael, which is another word for Malchus. The Iskarias Aliyas Kir, that this she is called the Shechinah is called an attic wall. B'hochi Iskarias. Kama dechsev, as it says like this, V'yasev Kiskiyahu Panav Elakir, that Yiskiyahu, when he was praying, he turned his face to the wall. What's the wall? He says the Shechinah. So that's the Zohar. Let's see what the Matuk B'Devash says. So he says like this, the Fichoch. So he said, beginning kach boil is Parsha min Beis. So she wanted to make a separation in the house. The Fichoch Ratzach Shunamis. Sha'alisha Navi Yifrosh Atzbach Aminabais. She wanted to separate himself from the house. To be able to sanctify himself, his boided atzmo, and to do his boidedus for himself. And he shouldn't bother anybody else. and what's going on in the house. Yein Adam Yochel Lehizacha the Kaddish Atba Kol Kach B'Bayis, because a person, when he's in the middle of the house, it's not possible for him to be private in such a way that it could be possible for him to do this by this. So he said, Sheyihyeh Sham Elisha Levado Machbez Kedushas Hashchina Asher Allah. So she should be there by himself, because the Shekhinah will come and rest on him as a very personal thing. So they asked the question, the Zohar asked the question. He says, Lama Shechinah es elu hadal devarim. Why do we need a bed? We need a table, we need a chair, and we need a candelabra. What do we need these for? And he answers like this, and now we're still in the Matuk B'Devash. Ela defisha elu hem tikun hashchina, because they're actually building blocks for the Shekhinah. What is a tikkun? So in other places we see that the tikkun is called in Hebrew hismatu sa'ur, channels that limit down the light of the Ein Sof, because the light of the Ein Sof is a light of nothingness. And here we're trying to feed physical beings. So she'elohim tikkun hashchina hanikras aliyas kir. The Shekhinah, he says, is called by this name an attic wall. So the whole kavanah here is to prepare these four things, the kavod of Shekhinah, for the purpose of the kavod of the Shekhinah, Shesharsha al Rosh Elisha, that was rested on the head of Elisha, because wherever he went, he was with the Shekhinah. Shekhinah nikras mita mitzad teferes. So there's these different. She's called. He said the Matuk writes that he's called a mita. The mita really refers to teferes, which is the middle line. The Shulchan mitzad gevura is really the left line. The menorah mitzad chesed, the menorah from the side of chesed. The kisei lehios, the regular rebias, and then the kisei, which is really like the fourth leg of a chair. El merkavas habina really represents the chariot, which is the vehicle or the elevator, if you like, of bina. So what is bina? Bina is right below bina, which is the place of neshama. It's the place of olam abriya. It's right below Atzilus. Ba'od shehi kisei, they'll call the Atzilus, and she becomes a kisei, a throne, for the entire Atzilus. Ba'ochi is Karias, and this is what she's called. B'kach nikras Aliyas Kir, and so therefore she's called by the name Aliyas Kir. Hainu ala Shekhinah anikras Kir. And here we're talking about the Shekhinah, which is called a wall. So we're seeing how this is working, see how we can fit it together. This is Baruch Fleischman.